I'm going to speak for like a few minutes. Wait a Kentucky Fried second. Do I have chat displayed today? I'm not displaying chat. No, I don't want to pause broadcast. I want to look at my broadcast settings, damn it. Overlay options. There we go. Turn off overlay. Thank you. I'll talk for the first few minutes of my stream, because why not? On top of the fact, I'm realizing how loud this game is right now. So let's go to audio and lower that master volume to 5. 4. 4 seems okay. Yeah, master volume at 4 seems fine. How long's my stream been up so far? For a minute. I'll be sitting on this screen for a little moment. Granted, once the stream starts, like actually, I begin playing, I'm going to be muting myself and not talking. So, if you want to sit and chit-chat, now is the time. Because I won't be chatting again until the end of the stream. For like, maybe 10 minutes, at most. I don't remember catchy songs from 2011. Well, then again, I didn't have access to YouTube until somewhere around 2015? Maybe 2016? Somewhere on there. I can't really fully remember. I know I was 16 years old when I first got unrestricted access to the internet. I know that. Also, I don't know what the fuck that liquid is, but it seems to look like it's glowing. No, it's not glowing, it's reflective. Ah, it's a reflective type of paint? Maybe paint? That was admittedly a very funny way of telling somebody to fuck off while also being very polite. I like that. That's really cool. I wish I was that level of, I wish I had that level of class. Actually, I might actually talk during this stream. I don't really know yet. Yeah, I'm gonna begin playing here in a moment. Let's mute my... I decided, fuck it, I am going to talk during this stream. Dear Professor, we have measured the air surrounding the church's floating devices, and the results align with your predictions. The oxygen content is alarmingly high. Those facilities are indeed generating oxygen, and based on our estimates, the total production rate is sufficient to maintain the oxygen concentration within a 30-kilometer radius around Havenswell. This undeniable finding confirms that the church is maintaining the balance of our atmosphere. However, the result alone is not conclusive evidence that the church is accounting for the extinction of plants. Well, being that they are maintaining the world's oxygen, which... No, let me get a good look at this environment real quick. Let me see. So they're maintaining plants and all that, and the world looks like this. Well, sorry, they're maintaining the world's atmosphere and oxygen and all that with, I think, those devices, or those floating things, and the one like right below my ass, just floating right there, just kind of hanging out. Also, that looks like an ocean. I'm in a fucking city. Why the fuck is there an ocean inside of a goddamn city? You know what? I think I'm in a section of the city specifically called the Mud Lake. This might just be a section of the city called the Mud Lake. So that might just be mud. And if that is mud, that is disturbing. You know, I haven't fallen off objects. Do I instantly die by doing this? Yes, you do. Okay. So, just like a typical Dark Souls style game, you die when you fall. Good. I love it. And I didn't lose anything for dying. Well, then again, someone's probably going to tell me, you did lose something, you lost crystals. I probably had like 100-something crystals or some shit. I didn't have a whole lot. Also, this doesn't look like there's a wall right here. There is no wall right here. That's just a drop down to something. Hold up. That drops down to that. Okay, so that looks like I could just skip a whole hell of a lot of stuff, so... I don't like the fact that there's weird fog floating across the ceiling. Who are you, madam? Or sir, you might be a madam. I think those are tits. You are a madam.
Did you come across a fisherman with a pointy hat downstairs?
I have not come from downstairs.
You should have returned.
Yeah, I have not seen anyone with a pointy hat from downstairs. I have not been downstairs yet. From what I can tell, there's nothing I can do inside this room. This is just a room that has a chick in it. Okay. So, madam, okay, I need to verify. Is there a way for me to get back? Well, actually, no. There is a way for me to get back up to this section of the map. I most likely have to teleport up here. Because you can teleport between branches, and I don't think there's an elevator up here. Like, unless there's one around the corner. Give me a minute. What's over here? An elevator of some kind? Anything of any kind to symbolize that I can get up here. Yeah, no, I can't get back up here once I go down. So, going down, most likely... Wait. I have thoughts. Down here, maybe? This is back where I came from. However, if I do a little bit of looking, there doesn't seem to be any... Yeah, that's the elevator I came to get up here. So yeah, no. This whole area, this upper section, is closed off from the rest of the map. So there's no way back up here from down below. So once I drop down, I can only teleport to get up here. However, Chucklefuck McGee right there, Mr. fucking... Only fucking gets sun McGee over here. Dude really loves getting sun. Either that or he has just a lot of melanin. But dude looks burnt. Like he's been in the sun for a while, so... Feels bad. I hope he's not blistered to shit, because that will suck. Blisters hurt. Anyway, is there anything below me? Wait. What is that? That's nothing. Ah! I see. I was supposed to drop down to that, and then drop down to here. Well, that's not enemy. That could have pissed off something, but I don't mind. Making things mad is my goal in this game. Hello? Oh, you're an enemy. You're not facing me, so I'm gonna see if you have a friend, okay, dude? Oh, shit, you do have a friend. How much of a friend is your friend? That's the question. He walks all the way over there. You're just hanging out right there. And he walks all the way over here. Yeah, there you go. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Ah, he stops at a spot where I think it's pretty dangerous for him to stop. Anyway, dude's a dumbass. He's walking on a set path. And let me guess, dude didn't even fucking care? Yeah, dude didn't even fucking care that I just murdered his fucking homie. Yeah, I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna lock on to this guy. Yeah, he doesn't see me. Sucks to be you. I'm so used to things sneaking up on my ass that it's not even funny. Yeah, you know, I am so sorry, sir. I did... Well, thankfully your friend doesn't seem to care that I did this to you, but at the same time, I do feel a little bad. I feel a little bad for what I did. I'm scared of this room. I'm actually scared of this room a little bit. I'm gonna wait for him to come down a little bit. I'm gonna look around that corner. Now, he's walking in a way that's a little concerning, but he's not gonna come all the way over. I didn't see him come all the way over. Yeah. Okay. So as concerning as that corner is, this motherfucker can't tell that I'm here. And he's right there, so if I lock on to him, yeah. I'll lose lock on because it goes behind a wall. That is why. And you're in a corner. I don't fucking play with large enemies like this. Large enemies can fuck you up pretty quickly. They're harder to stagger and that type of shit. Oh. I hear footsteps, which means there's walking around. Something tells me there's something down here making beeper noises. It's to my left. It's that thing. It's that floating thing over there. There's nothing to my right. Nothing to my left. Cool. Yeah, and being that there's a fence right here, and none of these enemies can tell that I'm here for right now, and... Okay, cool. Whoa. I knew it. I don't trust this fucking room. Yeah, so that guy right there was the dude who was gonna sneak up on me and attack me in the ass if I just ran in like an asshole. So yeah, I literally saved my own life. There's no enemy over here to deal with me. However, the enemy up there... Yeah, the enemy up here, I think, would come all the way over. Yeah, he comes up here. It looks like he's wielding a melee weapon. That is a cool sword. He heard me take a single step and jump down. You know what? That was the best fucking ganking ever. I actually ganked a fucking NPC without even meaning to. That's funny. I really don't want to walk up here, but that thing is right there. And it doesn't seem to care that I exist for the moment. There's a dude and 2 robots over there. The 2 robots are probably going to let him know that I'm here. Yeah. What would happen? Let me look over here real quick. Nothing, okay. So I'm going to aim at that one. Come about as far right as I can. Fuck that thing. Buddy? Yeah, about to say. I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. Nothing I could have fucking done. If I knew that enemy was gonna be like that, I would have just ran up to him and killed him. But now that I know, I'm not holding back this time. I died for literally fucking nothing. For fuck all. This time I'm not being a fucking retard though. Drop here. Drop here. There's no enemy up here. There's only 2 motherfuckers down here. I'm gonna fucking kill this and gank that one. And run. Yeah, I don't fucking care. Come here. There's the big motherfucker again, which I can guarantee I'm gonna have to gaggle fuck his ass instantly in order for me to win. It's not gonna be hard to just sneak up on him again. And that's all, just sneak up on this asshole again and I can fucking kill him. Get him in a corner, butt fuck him with my skill, and then should win. Just should win. Yeah, he's gonna come over, he's gonna stop right here. Come on, asshole. Missed. Yeah, you know what? The fact that he fucking noticed me and he didn't even fucking turn to hit me pisses me off. Cool. Cool. Cool! So fucking retarded. These fucking enemies are so bullshit. The enemy is so bullshittingly fucking retarded that it's not even fun to fucking fight shit in this game. Whoever in their right fucking mind decided this game needed to be played like this is a fucking jackass. It's getting so much more fun if it played like an actual action game. Like, why can't there be a Souls game that plays like an actual action fighting game? Where I actually feel like a fucking badass in a world that's actively trying to kill me. Because this fucking stupid chick does not feel like she's all that fucking cool. Her outfits are nice, but her fucking weapon usage is retarded. Alright, so, to gaggle fuck this asshole, Yeah, there's not gonna be any gaggle fucking the way the game wants me to. No. Cool, because every fucking attack has to be a lunging fucking retard bullshit attack. Fucking can't believe all the enemies know the lunging retard combat style. Cool, and there's no outrunning those things, so as soon as they lock onto you, you're just gonna get fucking blown up. Great. This area is already a fucking retarded place to fucking be. Whoever made this is an asshole who fucking hates their players. Whoever made this fucking area is an asshole who fucking hates their player base. Like, nah, fuck you for existing. Fuck you for playing our game, and fuck you for giving us money. Granted, I only paid fucking, like, less than half for this goddamn game, so it may be shit in a lot of ways, but it's not bad. This game's just not enjoyable. At least from what I've experienced so far, and I feel like I'm pretty decently far in the game for, you know, dying only like 7 fucking times in the game so far. I wish I could just drop down from ladders, because I have a feeling if an enemy could see me on a ladder, they would attack me while I'm on the fucking ladder. Oh yeah, let me guess, you have a gaggle fuck weapon where you just lunge. Yep. Yep, you have a gaggle fuck weapon. That's what you have. Yeah, you had a gaggle fucking weapon, so I had to lead your ass in here, because I have a feeling this room is going to be fucking cancerous. Ah, cool, I get to dangle my heavy ass over a fucking abyss. I can guarantee this bitch ain't fucking human, so she probably weighs, like, probably thousands of pounds for some stupid fucking reason. Because in Souls games, you can't swim. Granted, I haven't met any water in the game that I can just jump into and just, you know, try to swim. But being that this is a Souls game, I don't think swimming is even an option. I actually think I'm basically fucking dead if I didn't find this fucking branch. I think I'm way lower level than what I'm supposed to be, but oh well. I can't upgrade that. I need diamonds for that, okay. I already know I don't have all the weapons I could have found so far, because apparently there's a weapon back in the starting area that is hidden. There's a hidden platform of some fucking kind, so I gotta go back there and, you know, gaggle fuck around and see what the fuck's up. Do I want to upgrade my Corrupted Blader longsword? Because the Corrupted Blader one's actually really good for that piercing. What does the halberd look like? Yeah, my halberd. Oh, I can't even upgrade this anyway. I need 5 luminous carbon for this, which I think turns into 6 luminous carbon when I'm... No. Yeah, no, I think 6 luminous carbon is the final upgrade for that. Yeah, no. So, going to level 3, which this is going from level 2 to 3. So, yeah, 5 is the last amount I need. Okay, cool. So I'm going to upgrade my Corrupted Greatsword, because I actually like this weapon a lot. It looks really cool. Hell, one of the weapons I actually want I can't get until way later in the game, which is this awesome-looking sword. I really don't know what it is. Oh yeah, I can't cultivate shit right now. Oh yeah. Being that I made it here, and I am at the fisherman camp. Okay. I'm going to go back to the goddamn sewer, because apparently somewhere in the sewer there's a hidden weapon that I did not find. Because I was looking at a list of all the weapons, and apparently there's one more weapon in the starting area that you can find that I just did not find, apparently. Apparently you can only find it on some kind of hidden platform. So, somewhere in this goddamn sewer is what I'm looking for. Somewhere. And it said hidden platform, so I'm assuming I gotta look around for this shit. It's probably some really obscure, I gotta drop down to something, to drop down to another thing, to drop down to more things, because realistically, going down there seems like something I should be able to do, in all honesty. Like, drop down, like... Actually, hold on, let me look around this thing real quick. Let me see all these fucking... what look like drop downs. Can I go down there? Like, I could survive the fall onto one of those platforms, definitely. I could drop from right here and make it onto that. Wish I could fucking see down there to see if there's actually something worth going down to go check, because it'd be cool. Yeah, I have 3,000 souls, so... well, 3,000 crystals. I'm not about to sit here and waste my crystals just to, you know, test some stupid shit. Yeah, no, the more I look down in there, that looks more like an abyss, so going down there probably isn't intelligent. Well, not probably isn't fucking intelligent, it most likely isn't. Most likely isn't intelligent. Yeah, this leads to an item that was back here. Can I break that thing? No, I can't break that. These walls don't seem out of the ordinary, like nothing looks breakable. Next, now I'm looking around for, like, things that can be broken. I remember there being a person right here at one point, just talking to me. Now they're gone. Poor person. They're gone now. Are you a person? You're a dead person. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the boss room where a bunch of dead people are. Yeah, but apparently down here is a hidden platform of some fucking... it's probably further in. Actually, I'd be willing to bet money that it's further in and not where I'm at currently. I'm pretty sure it's further in. Because I'm pretty confident I know this beginning section like the back of my fucking hand. I've been literally every direction I could go, and I found items I didn't even know were there when I was first in here. But the second half of this place, past the, well, past the madam who gives you your first, like, real fucking weapon, you know. I wish there were emotes, you know. Oh, hey, my shield. I forgot I had that. Let me go back to my parry. You know, something I should be used to is using my fucking parry. Oh, I also have my fucking other ability. I don't know what... oh, I know what that does. I ain't using that right now. Yeah, if I could enhance it and make it do less damage to myself, then that'd be awesome. Oh, and I've been over there, by the way. That thing right there is a shop. That little glowing thing right there is a shop. And there's really nothing over on that other side at all, other than that shop and, you know... well, that being a dead end and an item that was over there, but I already been over there and got it. Oh. These people died? You weren't facing like this at all. You were laying down with your feet right here where I'm standing, with your head right here in agony because you tried to fight a void beast. And then this lady, I think lady, yeah, a lady was standing right here looking like this, saying, I can't believe he tried to fight that void beast for some reason. I think the person was looking, oh shit, I'm dead. I just realized what happened as soon as I walked through it because I was in the middle of talking. Oh well, I lost souls anyway. Oh well, I lost a bunch of souls, but who gives a shit? I'm gonna keep calling them souls because crystals makes no fucking sense. There's nothing on my character's body that indicates that we accept crystals within our form. I mean, it would make more sense if like the center of like the flat of her chest like had a glowing part, like a crystal protruding out of it. So it's like, okay, cool, that'd be kind of nice. But it don't work like that. Also, I will say for a DLC outfit, this outfit is relatively mid. I kind of wish it had more like. Kind of wish it had like a shoulder cape. Yeah, like a left or right shoulder cape. That'd be kind of cool. And the gaggle fuck in that corner has a fucking weapon, and I know he fucking does because I've been in this fucking room before. Bitch. Oh yeah, and these little assholes can drop fucking... every fucking time. I know he's fucking there, but I get hit by him every time because his animation is so much fucking faster. I gotta remember just to be dodge rolling through fucking doorways. Just dodge roll endlessly through doorways because there's no fucking point in just not doing that. Now, in this fucking area... Yeah, in this gaggle fucking area, there's most likely... Nice fucking try, dumbass. You fucking stop. Dick waffle. Oh, and fun fact, you can get up there to him. You just walk up these stairs and walk along the scaffolding. Over here is nothing, but it does look like there's a path over there. Like there's something over there to, you know, explore, because it looks solid. But I highly doubt you can actually get over there. Oh, hi. Yeah, nah. I ain't taking that fucking risk, dumbass. And there's a gaggle fuck coming around the corner. Well, I would have said coming around the fucking corner, but decided to attack me through the fucking wall like a bastard. Fucking dick. Also... Huh. I didn't see this the last time I was here. What is this? Traveler's outfit. Okay, what does that look like? Which is a cosmetic outfit. A cosmetic system. Admittedly, doesn't look bad. Yeah, I would love to use all this armor if, you know, the armor, you know... How's this? If I can upgrade all of this armor in the future, because I hope you can upgrade armor, like there's like a tailor or something you can use to upgrade them, because upgrading them would make them all so much more useful. Since they actually change the outfit I'm wearing, it would be cool to have a cosmetic system so I don't have to upgrade all the gear so all my gear's good. Oh yeah, and coming through here doesn't fucking matter. However, I do know that there's a hidden platform in this place. And I do need to do a lot of exploring, because there's a place I want to get down to where there's an enemy clearly hanging out, but I don't know how to get to it yet. Oh, and fun fact for anybody who doesn't know this game, there was an enemy at the end of this hallway firing laser beams at me. So, yeah. In order to get through this area, I'm going to start back over here. Because when I first came to this area, I came in, there was an enemy right here facing away from me. I ended up backstabbing him, then killing him while I was standing here. Noticed a red glow once I made it to here, picked up an item, which was here or here, saw a red glow, ran right here, saw lasers. And in between the lasers, you need to run to each of these sandbags in between the shots. And when you get here, when I stood here, I personally was like, yeah, there's no way in hell this will defend me. So when I got here, realized that, I dodged to the right, saw this. And then I stood here watching the enemy gun down the NPCs that I just fucking killed. And when you run through here, and you're standing here, he apparently knows exactly where you are and will continue to fire endlessly towards you right here. So, for some unknown reason, they just know where you are. Also, this is supposed to be openable.
From the other side.
That means that when I got through this place, I never opened that to make this shit faster. I want to know where that door is, at the other side of that door. It's most likely up here to the right. I'll also show you guys where the enemy that I am curious on how to get to is. I have some theories on how to get to him. Anyway, I go right here. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. There's the door. Okay, yeah. Oh, I just didn't go all the way into the fucking room like a dumbass. Are you coming this way? Huh. Hello, is anybody gonna come to say hello to me at all? You see me. Yeah, you see me. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hi. Come on in. Come on. Oh. Nice try. I gotta remember that I can parry shit. Alright, you are a regular enemy. You are also a regular enemy. So, yeah, 2 regular enemies just being... Well, one's being depressed, the other is... Well... Hey, dude, how are you? Hi, buddy. Goodbye, buddy. Yeah, I'm such a fucking idiot. I could have just came over here. And let me guess, if I open this door... Yeah, it's right there. And right here... Bunch of destroyable shit. Alright, cool. I found a person. Oh, I know where this is. I know where this is, yeah. Yeah. What I did was I came out here, ignored this because I saw enemies, saw the chest. And one thing I think I never did is I don't think I went this way, actually. Now that I think about it. No, I've gone this way. Yeah, because Giggle Bitch is right there. If you're gonna... Alright. I gotta learn how to parry that. There we go. Figured it out. I know how to parry these attacks, the weapon attacks now. Let me use a mud ball real quick. Oh, and to anybody who showed up to watch, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This game is really fun. God damn it. I wish these types of games wouldn't allow you to use a fucking item if you're already at full fucking... Get the fuck away from me, you faggot! Fuck right off. I fucking hate those enemies. Jumpy fucking fucks. This place seems weird. Like that right there. Like that looks... A lot of this looks like stuff I could walk on. Like, a lot of this looks like stuff I could walk on. Oh yeah, and not making that jump doesn't really matter, because The whole goal to coming down here is you gotta fucking gaggle fuck jump over here to land here, which leads to Chuckle Fuck McGee right down there, which if you stand right here, this seems to imply that I can jump out into that and, you know, explore. Like, this feels like it's implying that I can run out there and explore that shit, but... okay, I think I can kinda see what it wants me to do from here. Yeah, I can stand right here, so... Is it wanting me to do an outward leap onto that fucking pipe? To go that way? Yeah, I'm gonna Google real quick. I'm gonna look up where the hidden platform is, because if the hidden platform is from me jumping across to that, then I'll risk it. Like, why not? I don't really have anything to lose. Let's see, to do AI limit. Yeah, the video game AI limit. Sewer. That's not how you spell sewer. Sewer. Secret platform. Sewer secret platform refers to the hidden optional areas in the game AI limit, often involving tricky platforming and hidden paths in the sewer town section, requiring players to find specific pipes, ledges, or drops to access secret loot, lore, or even bosses, like the path to the research center for the secret boss Ursula. To find these, look for subtle cues like beams to drop onto or pipes to leap across, often near major landmarks like the giant laser robot or specific branches. Oh, so the giant laser robot area, that has some shit as well. The SE bypass area. Yeah, so I am currently at the southwestern... I'm at Sewer Town, okay. I am at the Sewer Town, okay. Let me look at the Sewer Town fucking walkthrough real quick to see if I can't fucking... No, I don't need that. Okay, so... Okay, so where I'm at right now is not where it's telling me. The place it's telling me right now... Yeah, it's telling me about, a different section of the Sewer Town. Now this, I'm gonna leave this pause for a minute. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna do a little bit of light reading to figure out what the fuck I'm doing before I start making any rash decisions. So I'll be right back. I am back, and I have learned a few things. I have learned that the area that that was telling me that there's a secret platform. Turns out, the secret platform in the area that I can access right now is not the one that I'm actually looking for. The one I'm looking for involves a bunch of other shit. Now, mind you, this whole shit right here does have me intrigued to run and jump. See if I can make that, and if I do, where does it lead that way? I don't like that I can continue to hear you walking, sir. Well, that part of the pipe looks like it's protruding out enough for me to, jump straight across and land and, have footing. It feels like it. You know what? Nope, counted as death. That counted as a death box. That is retarded. Alright, and now in terms of the motherfucker who fires the goddamn cannon, that asshole is in the... Wait. Here. Yeah, maintenance access. Yeah, maintenance. It would be in maintenance where I need to go. Yep, maintenance. The reason why maintenance is, one, so I can run out there and run up there, or run that way and out there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the safer path and just go out and kill the enemies that can't, defend themselves that easily. Or these little bastards, like... I don't feel like these little dudes can defend themselves all that easily. Now... So the only secret area I can access from here, from in this place, is sadly down there. The problem, I don't know how to get down to that. To that right there. To that motherfucker right there without killing myself. Because this...
must be opened from the other side.
This can only be opened from a certain angle. Dropping down to that will most likely fucking kill me. Oh, hold up. Hold the fuck up. I just saw staircases. No. I just saw staircases. Below this. I just saw a staircase. Where the fuck does that lead? Hold up. Yeah, that's a staircase. That goes up to there, which goes into that right there over there. That, right over there. So, there is a second area. Wait a minute. Hold up. That wouldn't work, would it? Me coming over here? Yeah, no. Because that platform, if I could have got to that and did a running leap to there, I probably could have made that. Actually, hold up. This shaft. So, this feels like the lower area to that one place I was at. Then again, this place also leads up into the sewer, so maybe there's a further way up, and clearly there's gotta be. Hey, buddy. I'm terribly sorry about your bad luck, but I don't like any one of you. I don't like any of you, so you mud bastards get to die. Alright, what's up here? Well, I shouldn't say what's up here. I've been here before. This is the way out of this place, but... I'm not letting you run up and get a fucking running swing this time, asshole. Yeah, to the right is a dead end, to the left leads to this. This is where a blader chick was. Oh yeah, inside of that is a little dude being a fucking bastard. Which... Wow, really, game? I activate my fucking thing, which is supposed to allow me to fucking, you know, shoot them from a distance, and he's just able to instantly fucking attack me. That's lovely. Oh yeah, mud monster. Bitch. Because of fucking courses, these little fucking pricks. Little jumping fucks is what all they fucking are. No, this constantly reusing the liquor fucking asset to fucking make minions that function like this shit pisses me off. Games really need to stop fucking taking inspiration from fucking Resident Evil and Dark Souls, for fuck's fucking sake. Like, for fuck's sake, stop trying to mix Resident Evil Biohazard bullshit with fucking Dark Souls. Because all this screams is Biohazard bullshit, is all this is to me. Like, this mud shit feels like a fucking virus that was injected into the planet to create monsters. Like some God Eater fucking ripoff. And yes, I consider this game a ripoff of a bunch of fucking games. I like how this game looks, if anything. It looks alright for a fucking good game. And yes, this is a good game. It's not bad. It's not great either, but it's not bad either. Oh, I didn't realize that that was just a simple dodge across, and I could have just made it into that. The only downside is it's really... Egg fucking squeeze you? What the fuck did I just see, motherfucker? You motherfuckers saw that too, right? Like, I didn't just hallucinate a gaggle fuck walking to the... Yeah, there is a gaggle fuck over there. Okay, cool. So there is a Kentucky Fried Fuck off in that direction. And you... I'm just gonna shoot you in the fucking dick, because fucking fuck you. Yeah, summon your fucking minions. Fuck you. That's why I kept you on the screen, asshole, so I can parry that fucking bullshit. Uh-oh, and before you run up here to go deal with that chucklefuck and his two hiding friends, be sure to come down in here, because there is an item at the end of this hallway. I kind of went up towards him because I wanted to backstab him, and then I saw his minions appear, and I was like, ah, minions, I see. So then I just charged an R2 and killed all three at the same time. Or I did my L2 R1. I could have done that too. I did some kind of AoE that killed all three of them. Oh wait, this room's safe. Just these two gaggle fucks. Because then, boop, boop, fight's over. Oh, and don't stand near robots when they die, because they explode, and my friend is a fucking idiot, because to me, common sense, the explosion should fucking injure me in some way, shape, or form, because this is a fucking Souls game. Yeah. Because you get to hit me for free, asshole. Use a health regen, because health regens are, you know, very worthless in most Souls games, but they're good for not wasting your actual fucking heals. So down there, I believe, leads to where I have to go. This way leads to a room with a bunch of enemies, which these enemies are, yeah, a gaggle fuck there, a gaggle fuck there. And me walking right here, yeah, allows me to see the room, and that guy there sitting is already a corpse. That's a note on a bed. They're both facing each other, so no matter what happens, I'm gonna have to fight one of them the good old-fashioned way. As I thought, I should have went for this guy first, because flamethrowers are a pain in the ass. Not impossible, but they're definitely a pain. Yeah, Lore has completely lost it, and someone named Lore is someone that's got a, well, someone that had to die, and I'm assuming this Lore person was the boss of the area that I killed. Yeah, because you come in here, you see all this shit, and then you turn around, you see that fucking door. And then down here, if I remember, it just leads to a room that had something I can open. I want to see if any of the people who were down here are still alive or if they're dead. Because I never did come back to check on these guys once the boss was dead. Oh no, they're alive. Hey guys.
Bunch of them. As soon as her lordship perished, those wretches just ran away and they all got killed by Lord.
They all got killed by Lord.
Go to that tavern to weed my soul.
This person's like, I'd rather die collecting mud. Oh yeah, and right here is the other side of this room, which leads to nothing right here. Nothing here. There was an item on this bag. Yeah, bag. I would have said corpse, so that's not a corpse. And then right over here is the very first shop of the game that you can access. At least the only one that I could find in this fucking starting area, which I don't know if these have any purpose, but I'm selling them anyway because I get them like candy. Free crystals. And mud balls. I have 10 in storage. I'm about to have 10 in storage anymore. I'm gonna start stocking up on these fucking things, like the mud balls. Yeah, I'm gonna start stocking up on mud balls, because I need to have health regen items at all fucking times. And not because health regen is fucking amazing, it's only amazing in certain situations. When's that? In between fights. And yes, I responded to myself, because my brain had a question of, like, when would you find health regen items to be useful? In between fights, in between phases of a boss fight, like say a boss is doing a really long animation for their transformation cutscene, well then, you can sit there, use like a health regen item, and then depending on how fast the boss really is, and how fast their animation is, you could also plan around that, which then makes it so you can use the health regen item as they enter their phase, or actually, you could also fucking, use a major heal, but then the boss gets to do some bullshit, like, stupid fucking animation that takes, like, a huge chunk of your fucking health, but for me, the reason why I'm losing a lot of health when I get hit is because I don't have a lot of health to fucking begin with right now, or a lot of defenses, because I'm still level 28. I think 28. Yeah, I think I'm level 28 or 29, like, I'm still pretty low level, like, I'm not as strong as you can be. The one thing I am happy about is the fact that there is New Game Plus, like a traditional Souls game. New Game Plus is a thing here, which is nice. I like that. I'm hoping they took a little bit of inspiration from Code Vein and did the whole allow me to New Game Plus on the same difficulty instead of forcing the game to get harder. I do hope for that, because that's the best feature a Souls game could fucking have, because beating a Souls game and then forcing the game to get harder when you are just starting to get used to the easier difficulty, to the normal difficulty, always pisses me off. It's unfair. And the reason why it's unfair is only because why should I have to make the game harder when the game is already hard enough for me as is? You understand? And it's literally not even a matter of like, oh, the game's so hard, make it easy. No, just let me New Game Plus on the same difficulty without making the game harder. Like, what do you mean? I get to keep all my shit, everything that I earned, but I'm going through the game again on the normal default difficulty instead of making it harder and making it harder on myself to make progress.
What a poor soul. It could have become a blader like you. However, its desire for destruction, engendered throughout years of warfare, has eventually consumed it.
Desire for destruction.
The Void are generated entities, born from the consciousness that flows within the mud. Yet, when overwhelmed by emotions, they succumb to madness. Though it made valiant efforts, it failed to evade its doomed fate. Thank you for granting it the final redemption.
I hate what I just learned.
May the branch guide your path.
I'm so mad that I came back and talked to you, you stupid bitch. Alright, you stupid bitch. I'm mad that I just discovered that this was here when I've been through this room like 3 times already. My downside is that actually is a really cool NPC. I actually liked her fucking design, and the fact that she was supposedly waiting for us to arrive so she could prepare us to go into the world is pretty cool. I actually like that. It's like, at least there's someone that is willing to wait for us to break free of our personal purgatory and fucking escape into the world. And they provided us with the item necessary, the weapon necessary for us to escape this bullshit fucking location. Dude, I'm happy for my friend. Holy shit. He's doing his guard card test this Monday, which yeah, here in a few days. Holy shit, yeah. He might actually get the job as a security guard. I don't know where he's going to be working, but I hope. Like, I know he's been trying to get a job since like half a year ago. He landed something, but he got fired for the dumbest of fucking reason. Like, in my opinion, a job shouldn't be allowed to fire you for any fucking reason they want, because he got fired in New Mexico because of I think it was New Mexico. I think he lives in New Mexico, but he got fired because his ride that was going to pick him up no-showed him, abandoning him at his place of business. So he went inside after waiting for like 10 minutes after he got off for his ride to arrive, and asked his boss, like, yo, my ride was supposed to be here, but they essentially just told me to go fuck myself, so I have no way to get home. I don't have the money to take a bus. And his boss, his manager, was like, yo, man, just stay around on the property and just wait till I get off work and I'll take you home. Just being a nice boss kind of thing. That's pretty cool of him. But because he was on the business property, even though he was told to just wait around for his boss to get off of work, he was fired because of it, because they considered it not loitering, solicitation. They considered it fucking solicitation, which is retarded. I'm sorry, but if you live in an at-will state, move away. Leave your fucking state. I don't give a fuck how amazing it is for you, how much friends or family you have. Don't live in a place that can look at you and say you're fired because someone else got the job wrong. And yes, in an at-will state, you apparently can be fired for someone else's mistake if the company is looking for any reason to fire you. That's why I hate at-will states. If it's an at-will state, fuck them. Fuck that place. I may live in a blue state, but the only reason why I like living here is because, one, I have free fucking healthcare that, covers a good amount of things, not everything. And I don't have to pay product tax. The only product tax, quotation marks on product tax, that we have here in where I live is alcohol, cigarettes, and marijuana. That's it. Oh, and the typical, 10-cent, for us it's a 10-cent tax on soda. Cash-inable soda. Soda that can be turned in at a bottle drop or some shit, or a can exchange, or some place to exchange cans. So, yeah. That's the only thing that we technically pay any product tax on, which is just the 10-cent deposit. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to pay a deposit on a fucking soda. It's a drink. If I'm gonna put down a deposit on something, it's like, yeah, a deposit. It's cool that I can, buy a soda, but the fact that I have to pay an extra 10 cents per thing just to get that 10 cents back if I decide to turn them in, yeah, that's stupid. That's actually stupid. It's like, this isn't giving me an incentive to buy soda. It's like, what do you mean? I'd rather just buy soda that can't be exchanged for money, because then it's not gonna have a deposit on it. And if it does have a fucking deposit, I'm gonna look at the fucking thing and make sure that it can be deposited in my state. Because how's this? Apple juice bottles. Those apple juice bottles that you can get at some dollar stores like Dollar General and all that type of shit. Like the big plastic containers of apple juice. I don't remember, like, I think it's like 24 ounce. I think it's a 24 ounce, like, big plastic bottle, like a plastic bottle jug that can be used as a water bottle. I used to use them as water bottles. But those have a 10-cent deposit. The problem is I'm looking at one right now. I have an apple grape sitting, like an apple grape bottle sitting over to my right. And this apple grape does not say that you can cash it in for money in the state of Oregon, where I live. I live in the state of Oregon. Like, I live in the U.S., so it's like, whatever. I live in the States. But in Oregon, you can't cash in apple juice, grape juice, any juice bottles for deposit. Yet they still make you pay deposit on them because they are cashable elsewhere. In my opinion, that should be illegal. It's like, what do you mean? If I cannot cash this fucking bottle in to get my goddamn 10 cents, then why the fuck am I paying an extra 10 cents for something I can't even cash in to get that money back? You're just robbing me of money now. And I told a dollar store employee that once. Is I'm not paying the 10 cents. Like, what do you mean? You're only getting $1. It's 99 cents. I'm only paying $1, but it's $1. It's $1.09. No, it is not. It's like, what do you mean? You can't cash this in the state of Oregon. And anytime I would say that, they would go, yeah, no, we actually do have to sell it to you for 99 cents now, because you have to point that out. If it is not cashable in your state or in your region at all, legally, in my humblest of opinions, you shouldn't have to pay that 10 cents at all. That should be exempt. If your state does not allow that to be cashed in, the 10-cent deposit is exempt, because the 20-cent deposit, because they raised it to 20 actually. The 20-cent deposit cannot be claimed if it cannot be turned in to get the 20 cents. So to have to pay the 20 cents on a thing that cannot be turned in to get your 20 cents back is essentially robbery. It's a very minor scale of robbery that is literally insignificant to most people, but to people like me who, you know, if I could work a job, I'd be living literally paycheck to paycheck. So having to pay an extra 20 cents every time I want to buy an apple juice that I can't even cash in for my 20 cents. 20 cents may not be much, but 20 cents adds up with time. Like, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. 5 bottles of apple juice with deposit that cannot be cashed in my state just robbed me $1, when each one are supposed to be 99 cents, but because the 20-cent deposit is $1.19. But they can't be cashed in to get those 20 cents, so they're robbing me 20 cents, which adds up. Which 5 of those bottles, as I said, is $1. And there's people who love their juice. Like, if I had the money, to not only make sure rent was paid, bills were paid, and the house had food, and I bought my needs, like the household needs, like, you know, shampoo, conditioner, mouthwash, fucking toothpaste, that type of shit. After all that said and done, if I had extra money, like say I had like $300 extra, many of you will probably go, oh, I would take half of that, like 150 to 300, set it aside and just forget it exists, like put it as a little nest egg. Me, there ain't no such thing as a fucking nest egg in my goddamn life. In my life, there's no such thing as nest eggs. There's no such thing as saving money. Because every penny of the money that me and my family have go towards mostly the rent. And then when it comes to bills, we have to rob Peter to pay Paul in most of the fucking time just to make sure bills are fucking paid. And then some bills are paid just enough where they won't cut off your power, but they'll be expecting you to pay off even more with your next payment. It's literally, there's a system behind it, and I understand the systematic bullshit required, to, you know, to do the whole robbing Peter to pay Paul bullshit, but it's such a convoluted fucking process that it's so confusing to me. Like, it's so confusing to go like, well, if I just don't have the money to pay my fucking bills right now, what can I cut back on to make it so I will have the money to pay my goddamn bills? And if I gotta cut off, like, say, a bunch of subscriptions, for example, like, say I'm subscribed to PlayStation, Xbox, Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, Netflix, and Hulu. Say those are my subscriptions.
what I would do is I would take the most expensive ones and get rid of those. The most expensive ones being the Final Fantasy XIV subscription, because I don't have to pay monthly to use my Netflix. I can just pay once a year if I really wanted to, which I would do. If I was going to use Netflix myself, I would do the yearly plan of like pay for an entire fucking year's usage and just never worry about it for a year. It'd be awesome. But I believe in paying your bills. Like, if you have the money to put extra into a bill, always put extra. Like, what do you mean? If you have extra spending money, pick a fucking bill that you just don't like fucking paying and put extra money towards it. Well, why is that? Because that extra money, for most bills, at least in the US anyway, where I live, can roll over into your next payment. Meaning, say your bill is like $500 and you've got $3,000. You put all $3,000 on, say, the bill that's $500. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is 6. If that's your monthly payment, that's 6 months. Like, $3,000 would be 6 months worth of fucking service where you don't have to pay at all. Or you could do the yearly thing of paying for a whole year's worth of your internet and just never have to worry about paying your internet for an entire year. Oh, and by doing methods like that when it comes to paying bills, what it does is it puts you in the company's system as a high spender. And high spenders are considered valued customers. Valued customers, not all places do this, but some places that mark you as a valued customer or a high spender, they will bend over backwards to not only keep you spending, but to keep you satisfied so that they don't lose your business. It's like, why is that? Well, we're providing this person with a service that they really love. They're paying for this service. This is the price they've been paying for years. We've since updated the policy. However, the policy would essentially double this person's bill. However, what we're going to do is, since they're a valued customer and considered a high spender, we're going to make an exception, override the new change, and keep you at the original price you've been paying, so that unless you lose your internet, you will not have to pay the new price. Well, what does that mean? Well, if they value you, you'll pay the same price you've been paying for fucking ever now. Let's say you've been paying the same price for 10 years. But then they update their policy where it doubles everyone's fucking bill. Doubles it all. It just doubles everyone's bill across the board. That sucks. But people who are considered high spenders or valued customers receive benefits a regular customer aren't going to receive, such as having their bill reduced to, keep them happy so they're more willing to continue to spend money, so on and so forth. It's a form of security. It's securing customers. And by securing customers, you can gain permanent customers. And permanent customers, regulars, are fucking awesome. I love regulars. If I owned a tavern of my own, I would love to see a regular customer. However, if I saw a regular customer, like say someone came in, showed me an ID, with the ID was the ID of a customer that I know, like on a personal level, like a patron, on a personal level, like I know this person, like they come in, all they buy is like, say, a shot of rum and a glass of whiskey on the rocks. Alright, that's pretty cool. Give them that every day. That's all they get every day. Which, for me, if I were to do that, and when I mean a glass of whiskey, I mean, like, a whiskey glass. And I'm not talking about, like, one giant fucking ice cube. 3 ice cubes, personally. Like, for me, I would have glasses big enough where the maximum amount of ice I would put in is 3. Like, 3 cubes of ice. Or, if you wanted something fancier, like more expensive, it would be a big chunk of ice, like something expensive that I'd have to sit and carve, which wouldn't bother me. I'd be running my business. But other than that, it'd be a great time. Like, I would love to run my own bar. Like, I love mixing alcohol. Like, mixing drinks is fun. Like, I love mixing drinks, but I don't do all that, like, fancy twirling and all that other shit. Like, think of it like an old-timey tavern. Like, an old-timey, high-end tavern where they've got the fucking alcohol shaker and just pour your drink and shit. It wouldn't be anything super fancy, or I'm flipping it around, filling like 20 drinks in a row without spilling or some dumb shit like that. No. I ain't a performative motherfucker. I don't perform. I'm not an entertainer. I've never trained in the entertainment industry. I know how to sing. I'm not professionally trained. Like, I'm not professionally trained in literally anything. Like, not even my sword training. I'm not even trained in that. I trained myself. Which, I've talked to someone who has fought people who are self-taught swordsmen and who are properly trained, and I've been told by many professionals that fighting a self-taught swordsman is way harder than fighting someone who follows a particular fighting style. Because using a fighting style, every fighting style has a counter. There's always going to be a fighting style that can counter any fighting style. However, a self-taught person, they're not playing by the rules that swordsmen use. They're not using proper technique. They're using something they had to come up with to fit how they move their body with a weapon. And for me, that's kind of how I trained myself. I did crazy shit with fucking weapons. Started off with wooden weapons. I made my first wooden greatsword out of like a 12-foot fence panel. My grandpa helped me shape it and everything and made it sturdy, but it ended up breaking. I ended up hitting it really hard against a pretty sturdy object to see how durable it was. And not only did I break the object that I was hitting, but it also shattered my very, very basic sword. Very basic. But it was cool. Like, I loved seeing it. It's like, oh yeah, no, the thought of like two people's weapons clashing and both weapons shattering in front of each other, forcing you away from each other from the fucking explosion of your blades, that'd be awesome. Like, that is the equivalent of Lu Bu meeting someone with similar strength and prowess, and his halberd hitting their weapon and your weapon and his halberd shattering. Now, mind you, I do not know what type of weaponry or fighting style, like real-life Lu Bu used. He looks nothing like Dynasty Warriors, and I know that for a fact, because Lu Bu was a portly motherfucker. He was fat. He was a fat fuck. Apparently, when he was younger, he was skinnier, but as he got older, he turned out like any other emperor in China. They got fatter. Well, not emperor. I don't think Lu Bu was ever an emperor. I believe he ran his own kingdom, or tried. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't know if everything told in the Dynasty Warriors games is accurate, or accurate enough when it comes to Chinese history, but Origins is apparently the most accurate out of all of them, because it follows some really old book, like a very, very old book about the Chinese history. And I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome. Like, I love Origins. Origins is cool. I do wish there were more outfits in that game and more weapon types. And I don't mean more weapon types as in, weapon types that we haven't seen yet. No, I mean weapon types that we already have seen. Like, I would love for the main character of Origins to be an absolute fucking powerhouse, but it's also a game, so it has to have some form of challenge. Like, one of the things I don't understand for Origins, for example, is the gems, like the Ascendance Gem and all that. I wish all of those gems could be equipped at the same time. However, if I were to pick and choose like which of those gems I would want to use, the only gems in Origins that I would want to use at all times is the one that increases my range, the one that heals me based on how many enemies I kill, and the one that does more damage when I do parries. And then I would put on the accessory, I think it's the accessory, that makes it so my dodges give even more bravery. Oh yeah, and one of my my buddy Rune, his YouTube is I think if I remember correctly, Luan Sylveon. Cool dude. He's an awesome dude. I love hanging out with him. He doesn't hang out super often, especially when he doesn't have like PS Plus or anything, because me and him typically play on PlayStation, and he runs out of PS Plus so often. But when he runs out of PS Plus, he he turns into a fucking bitch when he runs out of PS Plus. Like, I don't feel like hanging out because I can't play games with anyone anyway, and all that type of shit. It's like, motherfucker, you can still join the party and hang out. Like, come on, dude. Like, join the party, hang out, shoot the shit. Like, we may not be able to play the same game, but hey, man, at least I get to see you, see that you're okay. Like, I don't have to play the same game as my homies, but the only thing I really hate is he's of the mindset of he doesn't care to play games with anybody unless someone reaches out to offer him to play a game. But my main thing is, he's not on all the time, and he doesn't respond to messages literally almost ever, so getting a hold of him is a fucking pain in the ass. So it's like, yo, dude, if you want to fucking play something, schedule it. Like, tell me, dude. Like, hey, man, want to play this for a couple days? Yeah, man, let's fucking do it. Like, let's schedule this shit. We're adults now. We can't just at will go, oh, man, let's play this shit whenever the fuck we want. No. It's, if we have the time, let's fucking do it. But if we don't got the time and you want to do your own thing, then do your own thing. We can still hang out. You don't have to always be doing the same thing just to hang out. Which he, for some reason, doesn't seem to understand that. He doesn't seem to care, kind of a thing. Which really sucks, because he's an awesome dude, but he's a different level of fucking, hormonal bitch, is what I want to call him. Like, he feels very hormonal. Like, he feels like a woman constantly going through their period, like, every day. Just every day, horrifically unstable, mentally, physically, and everything. Just an unstable individual. When certain things happen that fucking, in his opinion, ruin his life. Now, me, I get that way, but only when, you know, my depression kicks in. But when my depression kicks in, I'm by myself in my room, you know, staring at a fucking knife longingly and going, you know what? It feels like a good idea to just go left to right, or right to left. I'm not going to specify what that means. If you know, you know. But other than that, I'm not going to specify, because I don't condone that type of behavior. I don't condone in the endage of one's life. That is a messed up thing. And the deletion of one's subscription to life is never something I'll condone. Even if they are a monster. If you know, you know, but the thing is, when someone's a monster, to end their subscription early is an injustice to those that they harmed. It is also mildly immoral, because a human being would be losing their life. However, just because they've committed monstrous acts doesn't mean they would have to die. But it doesn't mean that you have to make their life enjoyable either. Because torment's a thing. Like, you can torment somebody, and it's perfectly legal to torment somebody as long as you're not, you know, breaking laws. Because you can torment somebody playfully. Like, you can make their life a little more miserable, but as long as you're not doing anything illegal. It may not be nice, but it's legal. However, do it too often, it'll classify as harassment. Do it too severely, then you'll catch a different kind of charge. It's a whole process. If you're gonna mess with somebody, you have to stay within a very fine-tuned range of things to keep it legal. Because messing with someone isn't illegal. It's not illegal to mess with someone, play pranks, that type of shit, as long as it is harmless. As soon as it goes from being a harmless act to a harmful act, that is when you messed up. Because a prank or a joke is only funny until someone gets hurt. If someone gets hurt because of the joke or prank, it's no longer a joke or a prank. Well, what do you mean? When someone gets injured, depending on the injury, you could lose your life. You could get horrifically crippled. You could face so many fucking problems. And I do love a good prank. Like, I love pranks. Prank videos aren't that bad as long as, you know, they're harmless. As long as they're harmless, they're fine. And if they are a little risque, like they seem illegal, well, as long as it is clearly specified that everyone involved in the activity is all in on it, like everyone is willingly participating and it's just a staged event, then even if it would technically classify as bordering the illegal, it wouldn't be illegal because everyone has agreed to it. Everyone's like they've taken the proper steps to make sure that if anyone gets injured, they will be fine. They've taken the steps. Because to do jokes or pranks it's technically performed by professionals. Professionals being in quotations because there's no job for being a professional jokester or a professional prankster. Like, there's no job for that. Like, there's no job. Like, jesters don't exist anymore. Like, court jesters, they're not a thing. Like, I haven't heard of a court jester in a long time, but a court jester would be a legal version of a jokester or a prankster. Because they're paid to do stupid shit to make people laugh. That's it. And if I was getting paid to do stupid shit to make people laugh, I'd do it. I wouldn't care what it is, as long as it doesn't cause any, like, horrific harm to myself or anybody around me. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's have fun. But if I were to look at, like, if someone wanted me to do something that is super funny, but also has a severe chance of being horrifically lethal, I wouldn't do it. There ain't no amount of money in the world you can give me to make me do something knowingly that could harm somebody. If someone paid me to do a job and they didn't specify what I was doing, but they assured me that it wasn't going to harm anyone and someone got harmed anyway, I'd be pissed. If I accepted a job that was supposed to be a harmless activity and it winded up hurting someone, the person who hired me is going to be catching a whole lot of uppercut. And I would park my boots so far up their ass that I would have to pay rent because I'd be living so far up their ass. And I got boots too. I got 3 pairs of stainless steel. I got two pairs of construction boots and 1 pair of actual, like, work boots, like manual labor type boots, like not construction, like for building shit. Like, privately, like, working on, like, the farm or something, like, farm boots, like, something sturdy but breathable. I also had to add athlete's foot powder, I think athlete's foot powder, like, some type of menthol powder to my boots, because, like most men, most men don't typically wash their boots, or most people in general don't typically wash their shoes, because not many people use shoes as often as I do. And me, I may not work a job that would require construction or work boots or anything like that, but I don't give a damn what anybody says. Like, the boots I have that I had to put powder in, like menthol powder, they may have stunk to high heaven. I know they stunk. When our kitten decided to stick her head in my boot and almost threw up, I knew they needed some doctoring, because I wore those boots for like 12 years without washing them. So, they're a special kind of funky. Well, were a special kind of funky. Oh, and to answer any, like, lingering questions about whether or not my feet hygiene is horrific, no. I've never had athlete's foot, never had toe fungus, never had any, like, horrific hygiene problem. The only, problem I'm currently facing is, I think, hemorrhoids. I want to say either hemorrhoids or cysts, like, in my ass, because I fell down and busted my fucking tailbone pretty hard, and then shortly afterwards a cyst ended up forming and popped. And I think there's a couple more of them. I want to say they're hemorrhoids. Either hemorrhoids or cysts, but either way, they don't hurt. They're not painful. They don't hurt to touch or anything, so it's not that bad. Oh, and when I say in my ass, like, not like in the anus, like in the fucking intestines, like, no, like, just under the skin. Like, I can feel, like, under my skin, like, not, like, in the anal region, just under the skin, under the flesh. And it does suck. Like, they do hurt from time to time. Like, if I were to fall on one of them, oh, yeah, that would hurt like a motherfucker, because, one, they're filling. Like, these cysts are filling with pus and shit, so they're getting ready to pop, and I know they are, because they squish like a son of a bitch. But if I were to fall on one that's ready to pop, it would explode. And it wouldn't feel pleasant either, because when the first one popped, my body entered panic mode. Like, for the first time in my life, I actually entered a full-blown panic attack, where I thought I was going to die. I thought my time had come. I thought I was going to die. On my bathroom floor, which was really funny. I started laughing when the paramedics got there and started talking to me, because we don't really have a way to get to the hospital, and I really hope that my, health insurance will cover a fucking ambulance ride. Because it was like 2, 3 in the morning, and, well, our neighbor wasn't here for like 2 weeks, so we couldn't borrow her car. So the only way I was getting to the hospital to get checked was either an ambulance, or my mom had to ask one of our random neighbors who we don't know if we could borrow their car to get me to the hospital. I just did call the ambulance, because I truly felt like I was going to die. But when I got there, they started talking with me. My anxiety came down, and I was able to get off the floor and start walking. And they immediately said, "Oh, you had a panic attack," because they saw the ground, and the ground where I was laying was soaking wet. And I don't mean soaking wet as in like a huge puddle. I mean soaking wet where you could see the outline of my body and the imprint of my face on the linoleum floor in sweat. So yeah, they knew that. It's like, oh, okay, so it makes sense why the ambulance was called, because you were going through something that probably could have killed you. You know, my anxiety could have gone through the roof, and I could have had a heart attack and died on the floor. Which, if I started having a heart attack with the door shut, I would have died. There would have been no saving me. I would have been dead. But thankfully, I kept my breathing down, because while I was standing, I was literally having a problem. But once I laid down, I started calming down a little bit. Like, enough to where my heart was no longer fucking, beating out of my chest and, No, not out of my chest. It felt like my heart was inside my head, because I could feel every pump of my heart in my ears. Which, was not necessarily good. To be fair, I could have been having a panic attack and a stroke at the same time, but I don't think I was having a stroke, because I've had 2 of those already. I've had 2 strokes in my life, and, strokes aren't nearly as bad as what people tell me. They're nowhere near as bad. Either that, or it's a person-to-person, type of thing. Like a person-to-person thing, where each person is affected differently by a stroke. Which, I think that's actually how strokes work. I don't think they affect everyone the same. Because when I had my 2 strokes, I was fully conscious. I wasn't spazzing out on the ground or anything. I wasn't flopping like a fish or nothing. All I know is when I had my first stroke, I got really lightheaded for no reason. So I did the whole joking, pretending to fall thing, going he, hey, whatever, lightheaded, whatever, fuck it. It happens from time to time when I, stand in one place for too long. But while I was pretending, going he, it was funny at first, but then my vision became very blurry. I was like, oh, I gotta sit down. And verbally, I said, I have to sit down. I need to get to the ground right now. And that was what was going through my head. Like an immediate, warning signal saying, you need to get to the ground now. There's something was telling me, you need to sit. You need to sit right now. You're not having a good moment. And I was sliding my back down the counter, and a foot from the ground, as I was about to set my headset on the ground, I lost control of my arms and my legs. I hit the ground, on my, flat on my ass, not on the bone or anything, just flat on my ass, and I kilted over on my side. So, my friends on my headset got to hear my headset hit the floor, and my stepdad and mom freaking, I guess you could say freaking out while I was on the ground, saying my name, at least the first 3 letters of my first name, going, are you okay, are you okay, do you need help, do you need help? Which made me very aware that even though my mom was studying to be a nurse, my mom could never have been a fucking nurse. My mom could never have been a fucking nurse, because her immediate reaction was to put her foot on my shoulder and shake me while yelling at me, demanding me to answer if I was okay or not. While I was clearly not okay. Clearly I was going through something that she hasn't seen, because I don't think mom's ever seen someone go through a fucking stroke. Because clearly didn't know what the fuck to do. Realistically, if I saw my kid doing something like that, they hit the ground all of a sudden hard and they don't normally do that, and they're laying on the ground, partially responsive, I'm calling 911 immediately. It's not a, hey, are you okay? No, it's immediately, I'm calling 911 while I make sure you're on your fucking side, because you could be having a stroke, could be having a seizure, like anything could be going on. So, and since I'm not a medical fucking professional, like I know enough to prolong a life. Like if I really had to, I know just enough to prolong a life, and if I really, really had to, I could extract something from someone's body if I really had to, but I don't ever want to be in a situation where I have to perform medical anything on anybody. I don't want to be in that type of situation, because me, I know I could do it. It's just I really don't want to have to do it, because I myself can already have a problem processing people going through something that I don't know much about. So yeah, medically, I know enough. I know enough medically to prolong someone's life. I know how to do the cartilage cracker 9000, the whole staying alive cartilage cracker. Yeah, chest compressions, good old CPR. Putting my mouth on someone else's mouth, nah, I'm good. I'm not blowing, carbon dioxide into someone's fucking lungs thinking it's going to help them start breathing. I'm not that stupid. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. You don't do that to people. Or at least I would. But in the event that you do, in the event of drowning, you do that. But in the event of someone unconscious on the ground, cartilage cracker 9000, the staying alive cartilage cracker. And yes, you are supposed to perform CPR to the beat of Staying Alive. And if you've never heard the song Staying Alive, you missed out on a lot of culture. Because Staying Alive is a fucking awesome song. Also, wasn't Staying Alive made by the Bee Gees? I remember hearing somewhere that Staying Alive was created by I think a band called the Bee Gees. I actually have to look that up, because I don't really remember what band originally made Staying Alive, because I've heard the song Staying Alive from like 6 different fucking bands nowadays. I do like older music, but the problem is when newer people fucking take older music and then bastardize it to be something that fits how they speak. And I got to listen to Take Me to the Moon, like a more modernized version of it, and the person singing it kept saying the N-word every like 3 fucking sentences. Just kept saying a bunch of fucking curse words in the Fly Me to the Moon song, or at least their own version of Fly Me to the Moon. And it's like, yeah, just stop taking old songs that are actually really beautiful and adding, like, shit that shouldn't be in those songs. Like, hell, if you're trying to do, like, if a modern day rapper were to sing Take Me to the Moon, it would probably have N-word and all these other fucking curse words throughout the entire fucking song. It wouldn't even be the original song anymore. You wouldn't even be able to tell it's supposed to be Fly Me to the Moon. They'd probably call it Fly Me with a Zune. God, I never got to... I wasn't alive. No, I shouldn't say that. I was alive when Zunes were around. But the problem is, I grew up in the 2000s, like early 2000, like not early 2000s, like 2000. I think 2005-ish is when I started gaining my own like sentience, like my own sentient cognitive function, like able to tell that I was alive and I could view the world around me. I was like, but no, in the early 2000s, fucking. Like, I heard of a Zune, I heard of them, I heard of a Walkman and all this other shit. I never got to see them. Eventually, I got to own my own Walkman. Hell, one of my first music devices I ever got to use was a portable CD player that I could put a headset into and everything. My mom said, hey, I'll burn some music for you to listen to, but every disc my mom gave me with burned music, I destroyed them. Many of you are probably like, oh, why would you destroy such a beautiful gift from your mom? Because I don't like fucking religion music. I don't care for any religion that exists. I think there's good and bad when it comes to all religion. There's a little bit of good, there's a little bit of bad, but any religion, in my opinion, that worships someone who is a real human being, like actually worships them as their Lord and Savior, yeah, no, that religion shouldn't be allowed to exist. Any religion that, worships anybody who believes in marrying children and consummating marriage with children those religions just shouldn't exist, in my opinion, and that type of culture shouldn't be allowed to exist. Don't get me wrong, I know a few people who are from that type of culture, and they're pretty cool people. Like, they don't believe in the shit being preached to them, so it's like, you know what? I appreciate that. Because they even told me, like, yeah, there's some good with what we have, but there's also a lot of bad, and their main reason why they don't want to support it is because it's a religion that worships a human being. Like a real human being that lived and died as a human. Didn't become a god. Hell, if I remember correctly, Christianity doesn't worship Jesus as Lord and Savior. Because one, Jesus is not a Lord. Their father would be. They're not a savior, because to call someone a savior would mean that they saved countless lives. They didn't. He really didn't. And if they really are the child of a deity, with the powers of a deity, there would be proof. There wouldn't be like, oh, like he said, she said. No, they existed. They're the son of whatever. No. I don't believe that. What do you mean? If I was the son of the fucking creator, born with the powers of the creator as a mortal being, this world, this place that we live on right now, this planet, would be a horrifically different place. And I don't mean different as in, different as in things just became different all of a sudden. No, different as in society became instantly different when the child of the creator existed, because they're the child of the creator. Their power probably didn't expand to the entirety of the universe, or if there is a multiverse, the multiverse. But to affect an entire planet? Oh yeah, no. The child of the creator could totally affect a planet, a solar system, a galaxy. Like, not the universe, like not the laws of reality, but, you know, like the shit that exists within reality. Yeah, they could probably do something about the shit within reality, but whoever, if the creator's kid did really exist, it's like, I'm sorry, but if I could look the creator in the face right now, I would call their kid a fucking disappointment. The true definition of a fucking disappointment. It's like, why is that? It's like, you were born with the unlimited might of the creator. Your only restriction is you can't alter the laws of the universe, the laws of reality. But you could totally alter the laws of reality when it comes to a singular fucking planet. Like, why couldn't the so-called creator of God, like, child of the creator, wave their fucking hand and kill every evil person that has ever existed throughout all types of history? It's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, if all these evil people just didn't exist to begin with, like, say Hitler didn't exist, well, then that means the atrocities that he would have committed would never have happened. Well, because that future wasn't even allowed to take place, because, you know, the child of the creator altered the planet to make it so those types of futures could never happen, that makes sense. And besides, like, why would the creator's kid have to die to grant us salvation? They're the creator's fucking kid. Now, mind you, a mortal cannot absolve a mortal of their sins. The whole child of the creator willingly allowing themselves to experience true torment to allow all of us here in the future to be absolved of whatever sin we could commit so that we may at least be judged fairly when we die, that's pretty cool, if it's true. Keyword, if it's true. Keywords, if it's true. That's why I don't believe in religion. Like, I can't believe in any of them because there's nothing worth believing in when it comes to any of the religions, in my opinion. There just really isn't. There's good, there's bad, but for me, fuck, I ain't worshiping any of them. For me, my worship with the Creator which I don't know if any of the religions are correct or wrong, nor do I care. They were all written by human beings, therefore they are all false idols. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Every religion, false idols. False idol worship. Straight up. Reason why? Think about it. When was the last time you heard of a Bible being created that wasn't written by a human being or altered by a human being? When did you read a Christian Bible that wasn't altered by a human being? When did you read any Bible of any religion that was not altered by human beings? Using your lord's, whatever your lord is, name in vain to manipulate and control the masses. To use your lord's name in vain is to use their name, their image, what they stand for, to oppress the people. And I'm sorry, but that's what every single fucking religion in the world is doing right now, and they should all just be eradicated. I hate religion because it's all just a cult. It's all cult mentality, and I fucking hate it. And as I said, there's good and there's bad. Religion's not bad, but it's also not good, because if you think about it, like, when you look back and think of all the atrocities that were committed in the name of religion, is religion really all that fucking worth worshipping? It really isn't, in my fucking opinion. Like, I don't worship any religion because, think of it, like, how's this? Christianity, for example. There were crusades for Catholicism and Christianity that wiped out entire civilizations of fucking people just because they didn't want to support that religion. It's like, yo, just let us be ourselves. We want no smoke with you. And they couldn't, take that lying down, so they decided, yeah, you get to die now for, your beliefs. Well, if I'm going to die for my fucking beliefs, you're going to have to earn it, motherfucker. You have to earn that victory, because I ain't going down without a fight. That's just how that is. Because for me, I believe in what I believe in. I don't force my beliefs on anybody. Because forcing your beliefs on somebody else is two things, actually. Manipulation and oppression. To tell someone that their own thoughts are invalid and that they should think a certain way, that you believe they should think, because of the knowledge that you know, makes you a piece of shit. For me, if I hear something that someone's saying and I have information that they might need to know involving that thing, I'll tell them the information. But I'm not going to tell them they're not allowed to believe in what they want to believe in, do what they want to do, and so on and so forth. Like, hell, if one of my homies told me, hey, man, I'm going to go out and do some horrible shit, cool, don't tell me about it. Like, why? Because I don't want to be an accomplice. Like, what? Being that you're saying you're going to go out and do horrible shit, mind you, this is a make-believe scenario. If one of my homies told me that they were going to go out and do something horrific, I would tell them, good for you, but don't fucking tell me what you're going to do. Like, why? Because I don't want to be a fucking accomplice to whatever you're going to do, because I don't know what you're doing. It could be illegal, it could be minor, it could be bad, it could be fucking severe, it could be anything. It could be anything between safe for work to not safe for work. Anything in between. Anything between safe for work and not safe for work. What's not safe for work? A lot of bad shit. What's safe for work? A lot of good shit that can turn into bad shit. Think about it. Happy Tree Friends, for example. It starts off nice and cutesy, and all of a sudden you find out that this was not made for kids. I remember my aunt letting her daughters that were 5 and 6 at the time watch Happy Tree Friends. So I was like, oh, you're letting them watch that? Yeah, it's a really cute cartoon. I watched the first 10 minutes of an episode, and it's really adorable. Yeah. It really is an adorable animation. It's a really cute cartoon. Really cute. Best cartoon to show your kids. Especially when they're very impressionable, This is sarcasm, if you can't tell. That was sarcasm. Like, I would not recommend showing anyone under the age of 14, with parental supervision, Happy Tree Friends, or any adult content in general. If you're going to show your kid adult content, at least wait until they're 14, because by then they should be taking sex ed, like sexual education in school, so they should be learning about that type of stuff, and then you can fill in the gaps, because when I took sex ed in school, if I didn't understand something, I would ask my mom. I'd go, hey, Mom, what does this mean? And she would give me the best definition that she could while also keeping it safe for work. Granted, In my sexual education class, I had to learn about sex ed in a class that was all female except for me. My principal thought it would be funny to put me in a sexual education class with a bunch of women as the only male. Meaning, because I'm the only male, the sex ed teacher literally had to say, because student's name said my full legal name is in this class, I have to show this portion of the education. And I think that's so fucking stupid. In my opinion, men and women should learn about female and male sex ed, no matter what your gender is, because men should know what women go through when it comes to puberty for them, and women should know what men go through when it comes to puberty for men. Like, men and women should know this shit, because, like, yeah, like, this is biology. This is how our bodies work and that type of shit. This is how you'll have an understanding of how yours and your potential future partner's body function. Potential. But yeah, I always saw those classes as like preparing us for the future, for the eventuality of us dating and learning about each other's bodies, kind of a thing. Like, that makes sense. Like, that makes a lot of sense. But nowadays, the shit being taught in school, I'm glad I graduated when I did. I am so glad I graduated when I did, because shortly after I graduated, the trans movement started going full swing. And then schools started going from teaching children to indoctrinating children into a mentality that is not okay. Not okay at all. And eventually a lot of school systems quite literally stated in public that parents should have their kids taken from them, because parents send their kids to public schools, and the schools believe they should be allowed to raise your kids in any way they see fit, because you send them to public school or school in general. But I don't know about other places in the world, but here in the United States, if you do not send your kid to school, you only have a couple options. 2 options to be specific. If you don't plan on sending them to public or private school, you only have 2 options. You need to acquire, and yes, by the way, in the US you actually have to have this. In some places, not all places. Here where I am, you actually have to. You have to have a license to teach, a basic teaching license for homeschooling, and in order to qualify for a basic teaching license, you have to already possess all of the current curriculum textbooks. And that's really about it. Like, to homeschool your kids isn't as hard as people think it is. It's just, you got to go through a lot more steps than just signing your kid up for fucking public school. Because public school, you pay a fee, you buy what they need, and then you just make sure they get their fucking asses on the bus, or make sure they get their asses to school. And that's it. That's pretty much all you got to do when it comes to kids. Well, when it comes to schooling, when it comes to kids. But when it comes to homeschooling, you have to have a license in some places. Some places don't require this. You have to have the teaching material. Or, the other option, go to prison and lose custody of your kids. That is not a joke. That is how it is in where I live anyway. And where I live, you have to have a basic teaching license, and you have to have the curriculum textbooks, or else you do not qualify for being allowed to homeschool your kids. And if you refuse to get said license, or, follow said things to be able to keep your kid from public school or private school, it is a fine and jail time. Usually a prison sentence. Usually prison, because it can be seen as child neglect. And, neglecting a kid is kind of fucked up. You could do way worse. Like, neglect is bad, but it's not as bad as it could be, kind of a thing. Like, there's a spectrum. Because, remember, there are monsters that exist that do really nasty shit to kids. Those exist. And you know what? I would rather a child get neglected than deal with one of those monsters. It's like, why is that? Because at least a neglected kid, with time, can learn to become self-sufficient and, to fend on their own, kind of thing. They gain life skills from being neglected. However, You should never neglect a kid. You should never do that. That's kind of fucked up. I say kinda, because it could get way worse. The way worse option, anything that involves a prison sentence. Remember, there's way worse things you can do to kids that people don't say online, because holy shit, it gets bad. I've seen a lot of things on the internet, and I've seen horror stories. Hell, I watched a podcast where a police detective, I think at 25 years in the business, was talking about the worst case he ever did, where it was a family of like 24, like a mom, a dad, a second spouse. I think it was a throuple. I think it was a 3-person couple, and like 20-ish kids. And all of those kids were, how do I say this? They were in such a state that most of them didn't survive. And when I mean most, like 78% of them didn't survive. And the reason why I say 78 is because the one of them that did perish was improving in health, and then during the night, when the nurses had to step away because, like the changing of shifts, like to be relieved, during a shift change, the kid ended up declining in health extremely fast and died within minutes. And that's about as PG-13 as I can keep that, because the rest of the information, I've read it. I read it. Oh, it's bad. It's a different level of bad. It is a different level of fucked. But yeah, I personally draw the line when it comes to kids. Like, keep kids out of it. Like, adults, sure, why not? At least it's an adult. It's still fucked up, but at least it's not a kid. Just do horrible things, but not to kids. Like, to other adults, sure, why not? It's still messed up, it's still illegal, but I would rather an adult get messed with versus a child. I would rather kids just get left the fuck alone when it comes to all the bad shit in the world, because kids deserve to have their innocence for about as long as they get to have it. Like, you don't get to see a lot of childlike wonder nowadays. At least I don't. I haven't seen a kid, like, truly excited about something at all in my life for quite a while. And the last kid's birthday party I attended was my cousin, and her birthday wish was to die. So yeah, the world's not in a good place right now, because if my younger cousin, who at the time was 13, her 13th birthday, her wish was to die. Now, I did have a conversation with her about, like, why did you make that wish? It's like, what did you see that made you think that? And she showed me, like, 8 different things she read about things that happen to kids, women, and all this, and animals, and all this other horrible shit. I was like, oh yeah, I can see why. It's like, what do you mean? Have you taken history in school yet? Like, no, I haven't really learned about any of the history yet. It's like, okay, cool. When you get to learn about Hitler, you're going to look at all of what you see there and understand that horrible shit has existed for a very long time. Because funny mustache man, good old fucking Adolf, good in quotation marks, because he was seen as good by some people, but for the rest of the world, oh god, no. Everything he did was fucked up. Because remember, evil people are seen as good by some people, but the people who think that that person is good is a minority. Because only the minority thought that monster was a good person. Because the rest of the world stood up to go, hey buddy, nah, we ain't putting up with this shit, and stomped their shit out. Makes sense, fuck them. They were doing horrible shit, so play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And that's what he did. He played stupid games and won stupid prizes. Whether or not he actually died during the events of World War II, I don't know, nor do I care, because dude lost power immediately. Like, once that war was over, there ain't no recovering from that. That entire regime was taken the fuck down. Like, dismantled like a motherfucker. Now, mind you, I'm pretty sure a lot of people from that time got to live relatively good lives, because there was an old dude I met who was actually a general, not a commander, a general, like a platoon general. Like he commanded his own troops for someone higher up than him, serving, Hitler. And I knew this dude. He was actually my great-grandma's next-door neighbor, and he talked about it. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, as I got older, I realized, like, what he did was fucking horrific, but I wish my generation would have realized how horrible it actually was when it was going on versus letting it get as bad as it did, because apparently that dude's entire fucking platoon, his entire fucking, everyone under him did not want to be there. They were like, no, what we're doing is fucked up. They were questioning whether or not they were actually in the right. It's like, do we really have the right of it? Like, this feels really fucked up. Because even back then, fucking, the systematic eradication of a group of people is messed up. Like, any normal human being, even if you work for said horrible individual, it's like, yeah, you may work for them, but you only have a couple options. Serve or die. When it comes to a dictator, you either do what they say, or you might wind up on the receiving end of a flogging or the brazen bull. They may bring back some biblical levels of fucking torture in order to fucking get you to be compliant. And you know what? I don't blame those young individuals who, participated on the wrong side of history when it comes to World War II. I do feel bad for a good portion of them. A good portion, only because I can guarantee that a good portion of those who served Funny Mustache Man did not want to be serving him. But when it comes to dictators, it's either do as you're told, or you run the risk of you may not get to see the sunrise tomorrow. And if my only options was serve, or I don't get to see the sunrise or my family the next day, I would rather serve. I would rather serve and, run the chance of being able to see whoever in my life is preventing me from allowing myself to die. So I do feel bad for anyone during that time that just did not want to participate in the shit that was going on. It was just the sign of the times. Like, it was a bad fucking time all around. Like, just a bad experience, fucking. Because World War II, if I remember right, was, I want to say after the events of slavery or near the end of it. It was either after or near the end. So we were just coming out of one horrible situation to enter another horrible situation. So yeah, fucking history has just been a special kind of fucked throughout history, and I don't really know how to feel about that. It's like, yo, you think like human beings by now, you think that bills wouldn't exist, you think that rent wouldn't exist by now, like that type of shit, because like, like we humans invented bills. The idea that we must have to pay in order to live somewhere. It's like, that's not how it should work, in my opinion. We all should be allowed to have a home of our own. Like, everyone. Like, homelessness shouldn't be a thing. Like, well, what do you mean? Like, homelessness was mainly a problem back in the early days because, well, shit was different. But nowadays, we live in the modern age where building things is beyond cheaper than it has ever been. Think about that for a minute. Like, it's so much cheaper now to build something than it was a million years ago. Like, think about the Great Pyramids in fucking Egypt, for example. Like, those pyramids, if those were built by just people doing people things and doing fucking hillbilly ingenuity to make it work, well, guess what? They made it fucking work, and clearly it worked, because those structures are still fucking here to this day. Now, mind you, I would love to get permission to climb to the top of a pyramid just to hit record and show the view from the top of a pyramid. Of course, I would talk to the people I would need to in order to get the permission to go up there while under supervision, that type of thing. I wouldn't do anything fucked. I would just climb to the top with, like, a buddy. Like, and by a buddy, I mean someone from the local area that serves the government, to, you know, go up with me, make sure I don't do anything fucked, and then escort me back down, and then, you know, that's it. And what I would do is I would just upload the video of the view from the top. I wouldn't upload me, like, climbing it or anything. I would just show the view from the top. Like, from the top, it would be a... If you ever wondered what the view from the top of the Great Pyramid of Giza looks like, because it would be on my face, and I'd flip the camera and just show the view. And I would love to see that kind of view. Like, I love good views, and if I could go to the top of a pyramid and just enjoy the view and not get in trouble for it, that'd be pretty awesome. Like, that'd be pretty nice. And hell, if I'm chilling at the top of a pyramid, it means that I'm not going to get bothered by a bunch of people. However, if people are, you know, recording or taking pictures, I might have a few pictures or videos of me taken, but other than that, I'd just be chilling on top of a pyramid, just hanging out, enjoying the view, just having a good time. But the pyramids are considered one of the great treasures of the world. When in reality, I don't see them like that. They're just tombs. Like, what do you mean? They're just tombs. A tomb isn't a fucking great wonder of the world. It's not a wonder. Like, the Great Pyramids are not a wonder of the world in my humblest of opinions. A lake, for example, not a wonder of the world. It's a lake. There's lakes everywhere. This lake isn't fucking special. It's one of the largest lakes in the world. Who gives a fuck? It just means there's a chance for something big to be sleeping in the fucking water ready to eat your ass. I'm good. Like, quite literally, like, I'm a million types of good when it comes to large bodies of water that look bottomless. Like, I'm good, dude. Like, what do you mean you're good? It's like, yeah, I don't know what's inside that water. Like, do you really want to jump into a body of water where when you look down, it's just pitch fucking black? Like, imagine you do that, look down, and you see a big pair of red fucking eyes looking up at you from the fucking abyss. What do you do then, dude? Look down and go, oh, I'm fucked. Or do you look down and go, well, I guess I'm dead. Because whatever that is, it's looking at me. And I don't like that idea. I wouldn't like the idea of looking into the ocean and seeing something looking back at me. I'm good. I'm a different type of good. The last thing I want to do is be on a cruise ship and then find out the Megalodon still fucking exists because it bites the fucking ship in half. Oh, and I know Megalodons aren't that big, but I know they're not that big. They're not like so massive. They're fucking insane. But no, I'm pretty sure a shark the size of a cruise ship actually existed at one point. It would not fucking surprise me. It would have to be some different level of prehistoric. Like, it would have to be ancient. If something like that is still alive to this day, it would be ancient. Like, eldritch ancient. Probably not eldritch in terms of existed before any forms of life ever existed, including the creator. Like, not that level of ancient, but ancient enough where you would look at it and go, yeah, no, I'm good. You would go be on satellite imaging and you would see that fucking thing in the ocean. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not going in the ocean ever again. I wouldn't even go near the fucking ocean. Because a creature that big could just decide, hey, fuck it, I'm just going to start eating continents. Like, taking chunks out of continents. So yeah, I personally do believe that we should be spending billions, and I mean billions, multiple billions, effectively infinite money on exploring the ocean, exploring all the underwater caves in the ocean, and so on and so forth, like exploring all of this shit, because the reason why is if you don't explore all this shit, you might wind up getting fucking Kentucky Fried fucked a million years in the future. It's like, what do you mean? Like, we may be fine now, but imagine a million years later, humanity is still around, we've evolved so much, technology's amazing, everything's fucking awesome, but then a fissure opens up in, say the, on every continent, like a fissure opens up, like opening a giant gateway into every fucking continent. And when you send something inside, you find creatures so fucking large that if they ever get out, we're fucked. That is the type of shit I'm terrified of. Also, I'm just yapping now. I'm just having a good time yapping. So I hope you all have a good day. This has been like a 2-hour stream. Take care. Peace. And stop broadcast. Yes, I said stop broadcast.